my dear students. Now let us discuss the last concept of the thermal properties of matter, that is black body radiation. This is the last concept in this lesson, thermal properties of matter. Now let's go. What is the meaning of black body? A body which completely absorbs all the heat radiations incident on it, or which emits the heat radiations of all wavelengths, is called as a black body. Means what? Whenever you have taken a body, if it completely absorbs the all heat energy incident on it, means what? When you are sending some heat in onto the body, that body should absorb all the heat energy what you are sending. Similarly, if the body emits, means what? If it releases all the heat energy from all wavelengths, maximum to minimum wavelengths, such a type of the body is called as black body. Here let us learn some concepts or some of the definitions in this discussion. That is, first one is the emissivity. The emissivity can be defined as the ratio of radiant energy emitted by any body to radiant energy emitted by a black body under same conditions is called as the emissivity. Means what? For example, if you consider a body, that body is not a black body. Means what? If you consider one body and if you consider a black body, then the ratio of heat energy or radiant energy emitted by that body what we have considered, and the body what we have taken as a black body, therefore that ratio of heat energies emitted by both of them is called as the emissivity. This emissivity of a material or emissivity of a body depends upon the nature of the body, and so for a perfect black body the emissivity is equal to 1, and for a perfect reflector the emissivity is equal to 0. And from this you can say that the emissivity values varies from 0 less than or E less than or equal to 1. Means what? The emissivity value is from 0 to 1 of any body. As we know that the black body radiates the heat energy with all possible wavelengths from minimum to maximum. Means what? All wavelengths from minimum value of wavelength to maximum value of wavelength it can be emitted, and at a particular wavelength, the radiant energy or heat energy emitted by the body is maximum only at a particular wavelength of that particular wavelength emission only. For example, if you consider the wavelength emitted by the body is lambda, and if you take the energy emitted by the body is E on the y-axis, when the wavelength on the x-axis increases, and now at a particular wavelength, that particular wavelength is lambda m, and at this particular wavelength the energy on the y-axis becomes maximum. Means what? So at a particular value of wavelength only the energy of that radiation becomes maximum. This wavelength at which the energy is maximum is called as the peak wavelength. Here the lambda m is nothing but the peak wavelength. This peak wavelength of any body depends upon the absolute temperature of that body. Therefore here when the wavelength of the body increases, at a particular wavelength only the energy or the radiant energy or the heat energy or the heat intensity, all these terms are same which we have taken on the y-axis, all are considered as the same only. Therefore now this wavelength at which the energy intensity or the energy becomes maximum, that wavelength is called as the peak wavelength. Now let us discuss one concept, that is the Wien's displacement law. According to this Wien's displacement law, the peak wavelength already we have seen in that in the above. We have seen that the peak wavelength or peak energy wavelength, that is lambda m, is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature of the body. Therefore here by removing this proportionality we can get one constant. That constant is B. This B constant B is called as the Wien's constant. That Wien constant, it is a constant having the value that is 2.9 into 10 power minus 3 meter Kelvin, and here lambda m already we know that there is a peak wavelength, and T is absolute temperature, and B is Wien's constant, and here also we can also write that that is lambda m into T is equal to constant. From this also we can get one more formula to solve the problem, that is lambda 1 T1 is equal to lambda 2 theta T2, and here lambda 1 is the peak wavelength at the temperature T1, and lambda 2 is the wavelength at the temperature T2. Means what? When the wavelength changes from lambda 1 to lambda 2, the temperature should changes from T1 to T2. Here you should keep one point that the temperature must and should be taken in Kelvin scale, not in degree Celsius scale. If they will give the scale in degree Celsius, compulsory we should convert into that Kelvin scale. Here let us discuss a few more terms which are helpful for the next concepts. That is radiant intensity, and it can be symbolized by letter I. The amount of the heat energy incident on a surface of a body per unit time per unit area is called as the radiant intensity. For example, E is the amount of intensity or amount of energy incident on a body, and A is the surface area of the body, and this heat energy E is incident in a time T. Therefore, the heat radiant energy or radiant intensity or heat intensity can be defined as I is equal to E by AT, where A is the surface area of the body and T is the time of observation of the body, and E is the energy incident on the body. And one more term in this is that term is radiant power. The amount of heat energy incident on a surface per unit time is called as the radiant power. See, in this first definition we have seen the amount of the energy incident per unit area per unit time, but in this second case we have to consider only the time, not the area. Therefore that definition becomes that radiant power P is equal to energy incident by time, therefore E by T. And from this from above in this formula you can write I is equal to E by AT. From this one you can also write P is equal to I into A, therefore I is equal to P by A, or P is equal to I into A. Now Stephen's law, according to this Stephen's law, so the for any body, means what, you may consider a black body or you may consider or any other than black body, the intensity or radiant intensity is directly proportional to the fourth power of absolute temperature, that is I directly proportional to T power 4, and by removing this proportionality we can get one constant sigma. This sigma is called as the Stephen's constant, and here we consider a body, that body emissivity is E and T is the absolute temperature, and here the terms already I have given. Here we know that this sigma is the Stephen constant. This Stephen constant have a fixed value, that value is 5.67 into 10 power 8 10 power minus 8 watt per meter square per Kelvin power 4, and T is the absolute temperature. And for a black body we know that E is equal to 1. Just you substitute E is equal to 1 in that formula, we will get for black body the radiant intensity I is equal to sigma into T power 4, and the power P is equal to, from above formula we have discussed, P is equal to I into A. In place of the I you substitute this E sigma T power 4, then it becomes P is equal to E A sigma T power 4. This is called radiant power, and this is the radiant intensity. And for black body just you substitute E is equal to 1, then you will get for the black body the radiant power P is equal to A sigma T power 4. And in such a special case, when they will give that if T and T naught are the temperatures of the given body and surrounding temperature or environment temperature, then the intensity of radiation is given by I is equal to E sigma T power 4 minus T naught power 4. This is known as the Stephen-Boltzmann's law. And for black body just you substitute E is equal to 1, therefore now the Stephen-Boltzmann law becomes I is equal to sigma into T power 4 minus T naught power 4. And here also the temperature must and should be taken as in terms of the Kelvin scale, not in terms of the degree Celsius or any other scale we have used in the physics temperature measurement. Now on these concepts what we have discussed today, let us discuss some problems also. Your first problem, maximum intensity is emitted from a body of temperature 6000 Kelvin at wavelength 4800 angstrom. If the body cools to 300 Kelvin, the wavelength at which maximum intensity emitted is. Very nice question. You see, First initial temperature of the body is 600 Kelvin. At this 600 Kelvin, the maximum energy will be released when the wavelength of the body is 4800 angstrom. Means what? This is the peak wavelength. When the temperature of the body changes or decreases from 6000 Kelvin to 3000 Kelvin, now they are asking at what wavelength the energy released is maximum. And we know that whenever you have seen this question, you can get only one idea, that is Wien's displacement law. From the Wien's displacement law, we know that lambda to T2 is equal to lambda 1 T1, and just you from this one, just you bring the T2 on this side, it becomes lambda T2 is the lambda 2 is equal to T1 by T2, that is that into lambda 1, and you substitute the values, that you will get that lambda 2 is equal to 600 by 300 and 4800, and if you cancel this, you will get the answer lambda 2 is equal to 9600 angstrom. Once again, you see the solution here, something missed here. From the Wien's displacement law only we should use this one, and lambda 2 T2 is equal to lambda 1 T1, and the data they have given clearly, lambda 2 is equal to T1 by T2 into lambda 1 T1 is equal to 6000 and T2 is equal to 3000. Just you substitute lambda 1 is equal to 4800, and therefore at 9600 angstrom, when the temperature of the body is, if you take 3000 Kelvin at that wavelength, means what? At 9600 angstrom wavelength, the energy becomes maximum. Now let us discuss one more problem. That problem is that two spheres of same material have radii 1 meter and 2 meter at 4000 Kelvin and 2000 Kelvin. The ratio of energy radiated per second is. Here first of all you should think that they have given that same material. Here the same material means both should have the same emissivity, and here they are asking that energy radiated per second, means what? That formula belongs to, that is a power. And here just you see that we know that from the formula, which formula? That we know that power formula, A into E into sigma into T power 4. Here sigma is the Stephen's constant. For the Stephen constant, or from the Stephen's formula, sigma is constant for the two bodies, and E is they have given same because both are having the same nature. Therefore if you take the ratio P1 by P2 is equal to E A1 sigma T1 power 4 by E A2 sigma T2 power 4, and E and sigma cancel, and area of the spherical body we know that is a 4 pi r square, where r1 is the radius of the first sphere, r2 is the radius of the second sphere. And if you simplify that, you will get that P1 by P2 is equal to R1 by R2 whole power 2 and T1 by T2 whole power 4, and just you substitute the values, you can get the answer. That is the P1 by P2 is equal to 1 by 2 whole square and 4000 by 2000 whole power 4, and if you simplify, you can get the answer P1 by P2 is equal to 4 by 1. Here one more problem for you dear students, that is a black body at 127 degrees Celsius emits the energy at the rate of 10 power 6 joule per meter square per second. The temperature at which its energy becomes at the rate of 16 into 10 power 6 joule per meter square per second. Here the temperature they should give in terms of the Kelvin. As already I told you, the temperature should be converted into the Kelvin by adding 273 for this, and here the initial radiant intensity they have given 10 power 6, and the final that intensity becomes 16 into 10 power 6 joule per meter square. Therefore at this intensity, the question is what is the temperature. And first of all, after completing also, if you see that options, the answers they have given in terms of the degrees Celsius, means what? After getting the answer, the Kelvin should be converted again into the Celsius. Then you choose this any one of the option what you got it. Now let us discuss last problem of this last concept of the topic, thermal properties of matter. The radiation emitted by a star is 10,000 times that of sun. Means what? The radiation or radiant power, means what? The star power is 10,000 times greater than the power of the sun. If surface temperature of the star and the sun are 2000 Kelvin and 6000 Kelvin respectively, the ratio of radii of star to sun is. Consider both are as black bodies. Therefore, again from the formula, the power for a black body, that is given by P is equal to sigma A T power 4, and sigma is Stephen's constant. Therefore, from this formula P1 by P2, if you simplify, sigma cancelled, you will get that P1 by P2. After solving this, you will get that P1 by P2 is equal to R1 by R2 whole square, T1 by T2 whole power 4. And in this case, once again, you will get the, we want ratio of the radii, means what? The radius of the star. Here one values all belongs to star and two values all belongs to the sun. Therefore, in this case, we want R1 by R2. Therefore, you bring the T1 by T2 whole power 4 this side and put the square root. You will get that R1 by R2 is equal to under root of P1 by P2 T2 by T1 whole power 4, and here T2 by T1 whenever you bring outside, therefore it comes R1 by R2 is equal to T2 by T1 whole square into under root of P1 by P2. Substitute the given values. T2 is equal to 6000, that is the temperature of the surface of the sun, and 2000, that is the temperature of the surface of the star, and here P1 by P2 already they have given 10,000 extra, therefore 10,000, and if you simplify, and this becomes a 6 by 2 3 square means 9, and root of 10,000 means 100, therefore 900 you will get, and for R1 is to R2 is equal to 900 is to 1. One more homework problem for you, that is that problem is two black bodies at 327 and 627 degrees Celsius are suspended in an environment at 27 degrees Celsius. Therefore, now this is the environment or surrounding temperature, and this is the first body temperature, and this is the second body temperature, that is a 627 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the ratio of emissive power of two bodies, they have given options also, option A, option B, and option C, option D they have given. Therefore, here also compulsory we should convert the given temperatures into Kelvin temperature. We should not use this degree Celsius in this calculation. And one more, this formula you guess it, because this is the Stephen's Boltzmann concept, just to find out the ratio according to that formula what I have explained. Thank you all.